it's got to be Project Veritas, hasn't it?
Yes, I was wondering if you'd seen that. It's been fucking amazing, hasn't it?
It can't be anything else. It's been stunning. You know, he's broke the news that Amy Robach, I guess, of ABC, had a hot mic situation where she basically said, "Oh, you know, we had this story 3 years ago. You know, we're just getting massive pressure from the royal family." Oh, thank you, Smoke Steve. That's really wonderful of you. Cheers. There it is. The dildo that has since vanished. Yeah, they've had the story for 3 years. They had it all mapped out. They had all the witnesses. They had all the proof, you know. But ABC got massive pressure from, like, the palace. First of all, they said no one knows who Epstein is. No one will be interested, even though we were all talking about it 3 years ago on and off, you know, even in private. And the palace put massive pressure on ABC. You know, they wouldn't get the interviews with Will and Kate, which were worth more to the channel than breaking the story.
Well, we don't even know that it was necessarily the palace putting pressure on. I mean, the way she said it, you know, like...
Oh, no, she made it quite clear. The palace were... I don't mean the Queen, obviously the aides and stuff, but they were putting it on them like, no, you just let this go. You just let this go now, or you don't get anything. But what's got me more, I mean, I get it, it's a business, fine, okay, whatever. It's all the other news outlets that have piled on this now. Look at this, as if they all did not fucking know. As if they all didn't know the same thing and didn't bury it themselves.
Here's the thing, man. You know, they're calling it a hot mic for the purposes of so that people understand quickly what the situation is. It's an off-air comment.
Yeah.
But this was something that was legitimately recorded. This isn't a phone recording a screen. This is the actual recorded studio footage.
Someone shared that.
Yeah, so another journalist, another person that works at ABC has shared this, and apparently the reason that it went to Project Veritas is because this person said, I knew I couldn't take this anywhere else because they're all corrupt. Mm-hmm. I knew the only person, I mean, don't get me wrong, we would have fucking, you know, if they phoned us up, yeah, but we don't have that reach. They've said the only people that will actually do it is Project Veritas because they've got that reputation now, haven't they, for exposing these things. And that's the scariest part of all this to me. The fact that this whistleblower was like not even scared, just aware of the reality that this wouldn't have gone anywhere, but now it has to. Veritas has forced it to go viral and forced it to be in. I mean, it's in the BBC and everything, isn't it? And because what can they do? They can't ignore it.
No, well, have you noticed it's not really garnered close to what you think it would. It beggars belief the way the other media outlets are like, oh, can you believe this? It's like, yeah, and so could you 3 years ago.
Yeah, fuck off. Did you see their statement as well? ABC saying, because it wasn't Amy's. I actually feel for Amy. Like,
she was furious.
Yeah, looking at the way she was talking, I've got a lot of respect for this woman at this point. You know, it seemed very clear that it was the bosses that have said this to her, and the statement they put out about, like, well, it didn't meet our verification, blah blah blah, and all this. It's like, the fuck are you talking about? You did that shit with the Covington kids, where you put out that edited MAGA hat video of them all and just tried to ruin their lives. Like, don't tell me that you needed to verify it. You had interviews, you had photos. What about fucking Russia and Trump? There was no evidence with all that, and yet you all parroted it on. What about this shit? Fucking ABC just the other day had that fake Syria footage. Don't tell me about verifying. You showed shit from a gun show claiming it was Syria, so don't talk to me about verifying. You corrupt bastards. That statement they put out is even just made it worse for me.
The whole lot of it's just bollocks. And, you know, people say, well, why didn't she go public anyway? You know what? Everyone's got their own lives. Everyone's the centre of their own universe. And, you know, if she'd have gone ahead and run that, her career would have been fucked and her life over. And I get that. You know what I mean? Not everybody wants to be a martyr.
Yeah, you know, not everyone wants to be Project Veritas, or not everyone wants to be Alex Jones. Let's put it that way. You know, if you're a successful journalist, steady income, you know, you're an anchor. She does the morning show, doesn't she? You know, it's like you say to you, right? Do you want to break this story? and just become Alex Jones, basically, just become the devil, and be banned everywhere and smeared. The way it's come out now, they can't smear her for it.
No.
I mean, they might do, but because it had already come out, he's already dead. It's already done.
He didn't kill himself.
Oh, did he fuck?
You've got to say it now, though, haven't you? Epstein didn't kill himself.
Do you know what? I saw, and I know you shouldn't get your news from Saturday Night Live, but I know some people do get the news from. Some people actually rely on people like Trevor Noah, and Last Week Tonight with that English guy. What's he called? Some people rely. John Oliver. Some people rely on that bullshit for news, and it's like, no, it's comedy. It's not accurate news. And because I watched Saturday Night Live, because apparently they made some tranny joke on it, and so I ended up, let's find out what this is. As someone finally got the balls to make an actual joke on Saturday Night Live, and they did a bit about how the Epstein thing is just a mad conspiracy theory, and how he obviously just tied a belt around his neck, and that's how he broke it. And it's like, what? No. But the frustrating thing for me is the thought that people do get the news, and they're going to take that as fact, like that. The end, what's it called? Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live. That's the most famous bit. That's the bit that lots of people only tune in for that bit, and it terrifies me because it's funny, but it is just almost entirely fake news. None of it's real. It's the stories they cover are very much sort of like not the real version of events or anything like that. Shout at me, man. I don't know.
People get the news from there. People get the news from Alex Jones. People get the news from Project Veritas. People get the news from that dreadful Stefan bloke on Twitter who's just mad as a bag of fucking cats. Or Jim Fetzer, who was recently successfully sued by the Sandy Hook parents. People get the news from all kinds of places that isn't news with it. Where else can they turn now? You can't trust the mainstream media. They've made it patently clear that they're untrustworthy, so what do you do? David Peacock says, will Richie be broadcast where the cameras were completely off? Once we switched the camera, there was no recording.
No.
Streaming.
Done.
Cheers, David. Glad you enjoyed it, by the way.